You just ordered something online. You clicked once, and it will arrive tomorrow. You think this is modern. You think this is new. It isn't. 130 years ago, Richard Sears was doing the exact same thing. No internet, no algorithms, no robots. Just a book. A book so thick and complete that people called it the wish book. You could order clothes, tools, furniture, bicycles, sewing machines. You could order an entire house, prefabricated, numbered, piece by piece, delivered by railroad. Sears sold over 70,000 of these homes. Entire neighborhoods were built from catalog pages. This was Amazon before Amazon existed. And Sears had every advantage needed to become the real thing. The customers, the warehouses, the brands, the trust. Everything Bezos would spend 30 years building from nothing, Sears already had it all. And they threw every piece of it away. 1886, a railroad station in Minnesota. Richard Sears was 23 years old and completely broke. One day, a crate of unclaimed pocket watches arrived at his station. He bought them cheap and sold them to agents up the line. He made a profit. Then he did it again and again. Within a year, he had a company. Within 2 years, a partner, watchmaker Alva Roebuck. Within 5 years, they had a catalog, not just watches, everything. American farmers in the 1890s were being robbed by local general stores. No competition, no alternatives. The owner charged whatever he wanted. Sears destroyed that system overnight. The catalog brought city prices directly to the countryside for the first time. Farmers paying double for boots could now order them from Chicago at half the price. Sears wasn't selling products, he was selling fairness. America couldn't get enough. By 1900, Sears was one of the largest companies in America. By 1950, it was the largest private employer in the entire United States. Its revenue hit 1% of America's entire GDP. Amazon today generates 0.8%. Relative to its time, Sears was bigger than Amazon is today. At its peak, Sears wasn't just a store. It was a parallel economy. It owned Allstate Insurance. It owned Dean Witter, one of America's largest brokers. It owned Coldwell Banker Real Estate. It invented the Discover credit card. It partnered with IBM to build Prodigy, one of the first online services in history. Craftsman tools came with a lifetime guarantee. Americans passed them to their children like heirlooms. Kenmore appliances filled American kitchens for generations. In 1973, Sears completed the tallest building on the planet. Not in America, on the planet. That's the kind of company Sears was. It had never been small. It could not imagine being small. That certainty was the first crack in the foundation. 1993, a boardroom in Chicago. Sears executives made one single decision that killed the entire company. They shut down the catalog. The catalog that had started everything. The catalog that was, in every sense, a physical Amazon. They dismantled the distribution network built over a century. They threw away tens of millions of customer records. They destroyed the machine that had made them dominant. 3 years later, Jeff Bezos started Amazon from a garage in Seattle. He was selling books, just books, but his vision was identical to what the Sears catalog had always been. Everything, for everyone, delivered to your door. Sears launched a website in 1997, but had destroyed their infrastructure 4 years earlier. They rebuilt from scratch what they had just thrown away, already years behind a man who started with nothing. In 2005, hedge fund manager Eddie Lampert bought Sears and merged it with Kmart. Brilliant at finance, catastrophic at retail. He sold real estate, cut staff, closed hundreds of stores. Between 2005 and 2012, Sears spent $3.3 billion on improvements. Rivals spent 5 times more per square foot. While Lampard stripped the company, Bezos built the most powerful delivery network in history. By 2011, Sears was bleeding money. By 2017, they warned investors they might not survive. October 15, 2018, 132 years after Sears sold his first watch, Sears filed for bankruptcy.
Here is what should haunt every founder who has ever built something. In 1993, when Sears killed the catalog, Amazon did not exist. Bezos was still on Wall Street. He hadn't written the business plan yet. Sears had a 5-year head start on the future, minimum. Tens of millions of loyal customers who already trusted them. Warehouses across the country built to deliver products to front doors. Brands Americans trusted like family members. The credit card, the vendor relationships, decades of customer data. Everything Amazon spent 30 years and hundreds of billions building from zero, Sears already had it. And they walked away. Not because they were stupid, because they were comfortable. The stores were still making money, for now. The future felt risky. The present felt safe. It is always easier to protect what you have than to bet on what you could become. Bezos made the opposite bet with nothing. No customers, no warehouses, no brands, no history. Just a website selling books and a vision of where the world was going. He was right. He won. The Craftsman brand was sold to Stanley Black & Decker. Keenmore barely exists. The Sears Tower was renamed in 2009. Nobody calls it the Sears Tower anymore. The Wish book is gone. But the wish survived. The simple wish to order what you want from home at a fair price delivered to your door. It was granted, just not by Sears, by the company that saw what Sears had built and was brave enough to finish it. The real question isn't what happened to Sears. The question is what you're sitting on right now. What advantage do you have that you're too comfortable to use? Because somewhere out there, someone with nothing is building what you already have, and they won't walk away from it.